Hello, my name's Eli, and my geotagging project is going to be on the Antelope Valley in California. Um, it is right next to Lancaster. It's in LA County, right on the border with Kern, and you can see here the main attraction is these very large poppy fields that bloom late March to early mid-April. So for a tiny bit of background, Antelope Valley as a park was established in 1976. Before that, it was grazing land and habitat for some wildlife in the area. Um, like I said before, most visitors come early spring uh, to see the poppy blooms. There's not a whole lot of visiting that happens outside of that. And it is very popular in recent years from social media. I'm from Long Beach, which is on like the exact opposite side of LA County, and I must know like half a dozen people that I've seen post pictures of them in the poppy field, not on the trail in Antelope Valley. So the issue that geotagging is presenting is people will go to these poppy fields here in Antelope Valley just to take a picture in the poppy field when it's blooming, which you should not do because these poppies are very delicate and trampling on them, walking over them, really, really damages them. Um, so you're encouraged to stay on the trail, but obviously the people who are just coming there to take a picture and don't care that much about actually experiencing the nature, they're just going to go in whatever spot is best to take a picture. So the damage is pretty extensive. You can see here. Kind of a before and after. I tried lining up these pictures as best I could, so you can really see just how beat up the soil is in the after picture. And the unfortunate reality is, well, I don't think these poppy fields are going away, but in 20 years after all this damage is done, um, for future generations, who's to say, how intact these poppy fields will be for people, decades from now. I'm sure they'll be around, but are they just going to be like these, small fields of poppies surrounded by this like dead, compacted dirt because all of these people just won't stop trampling on the poppies to take their picture? So, kind of building on the last part of the impacts of geotagging, I think there's also a sociological impact. Um, People are seeing these cool places and they want to go not to experience the nature, but because they want a picture there so that so other people can see that they were there, and so they get a nice picture of themselves in a pretty spot. So no longer is the experience about experiencing the nature and taking in the beauty. It's more about finding the spot that you want to take your picture, and then I mean, just going from spot to spot. It's not. It's about people's perception of you being there more than the actual experience of you being there. So with discovery and preservation, I would say people definitely have a right to experience beauty in nature. And when it comes to geotagging, I really I don't think you can put the cat back in the bag with that. Um, so you have to move forward with the knowledge that people are going to go to these spots and they're going to experience way more traffic than they ever have before. And so because of that, I think the emphasis should be put on informing people about how to navigate these natural spaces in a responsible way. And likewise, I think emphasis should be put on proper funding and resources for these places so that the park services um, can be more flexible with larger numbers of people. Sort of like what was mentioned the lecture with the parks in Utah with Zion, that you could do what's it called, like scattered time slots for people. You can do more guided tours, but of course that requires more funding. But if we want to preserve these spaces, then I think putting more effort, more funding into doing that is really the way forward. So in conclusion, these the flow of visitors to all of these spots of natural beauty. These are trends, so I'm sure some spots will become less busy over time. But as a whole, it's not going to stop, and so we need to move forward with the knowledge that these places are going to have more people, and then we need to come up with ways to have these people be more responsible individually, and to have the systems or the institutions that are running these parks be better equipped to deal with more traffic.